Namaste, my darling Scorpios. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. This week's reading is for November 24th to November 30th. And I hope that each of you had a good, peaceful, blessed birthday. Scorpio season we just got out of. But I know that it's been a very deep, introspective past year for our Scorpios. And I know that there are some very big changes that are coming in various levels of your life, my darling Scorpio. So I'm very excited for you. This past year may have been a little challenging, to say the least, but a real emphasis on digging deep within, right? And seeing, what's working in your life, what has worked previously in your life. And this includes relationships, finances, all encompassing, and what you now are wanting to create as you move forward into your new year, my darling Scorpios. So, again, thank you so much for joining me here this week. Also, please do make sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign if you know it. You can easily go onto any Google astrology site that can give you those if you don't already have or know what they are, your rising or your moon sign. So for this week, I have picked 5 different decks, and I'm going to flip my screen so we can pull the cards for our dear Scorpios. Here we go. Oops, there we go. All right, my darling Scorpios. So I have 5 different cards for my Scorpio collective, and I call upon my spiritual teams of guides, of angels. First card just flipped right out. To please give us the highest, best, most loving, inspirational guidance and messages for our darling Scorpio collective. Now this flipped over, but I'm going to put it back because there were 2 of them. This card or deck is messages from your guides, and this one just jumps out, so let's take it. What does the universe have to give for our darling Scorpios? This one is coming out, so let's do it. And for the very last deck that I picked, it's our spirit animal guidance. So let's see what our darling, which spirit animal is coming through for you, my darling Scorpios. Let's see what they have to say, what message is coming through. Well, there's 2 here. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, my darling Scorpios, let me flip my screen. Perfect. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to read these messages as I pulled them, as the cards came. But this past year has been a real transitional year for our darling Scorpios, and very much so internally. There's a new part of you that is evolving for the Scorpio collective, and it's been an introspective year with lots of different things happening. So you're going to see that your trajectory moving forward into 2026 is going to be very, very different and exciting. All right. Okay, my darling Scorpios, for the very first card that Spirit gives you, it is Break Free. Break Free. Amazing card. The message that I get for you, my darling Scorpios, is this is a time in your life in which you are being guided and supported by Spirit in trying different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Spirit is telling you to step out of your comfort zone, step out of the regimented ways of doing things, and try something different this week. And also, I'm really sensing for this upcoming year. It's a year of more adventure in your life. And Spirit is really asking that you break free. When I'm getting the message for my darling Scorpios about breaking free from certain thought patterns that aren't serving you, that are holding you back in your life. And this could be in whatever way, shape, or form or capacity that it relates to you. It could be business, it could be financial, it could be in relationships. Break free. It could be your soul mission. Break free of your regimented thoughts. Try to be a little bit more daring in trying something new, in thinking a new way, of embracing a new perspective. That's what I get from Spirit for the first message, my darling Scorpios. Beautiful. The next card you got is Freya. And this is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. Now, the message that you got is phases and cycles, and how appropriate, my darling Scorpios, because there have been, and I'm really getting from this, some big, not only changes, but some very big endings that may have transpired in your life recently, maybe even within the past year, the past 6 months, but there have been some big endings. And with this card, there is a message, my darling Scorpios, that there is a beginning that always comes within every ending. So, sometimes we could feel like, oh my goodness, I'm at a point or a phase in my life where such and such has ended. Whatever it is, it could be, you could be retiring, you could be, not in the same type of employment, or maybe a relationship has ended. This could be about health. This could be about grief. It could be whatever it is that resonates with you, knowing that I'm speaking to the entire Scorpio collective. So take this, my darlings, how it resonates with you. But Spirit is reminding you, my darling Scorpios, that really within each ending is a new beginning. And because of certain endings that have transpired for you recently, many illusions that you have held previously are now being revealed. They're coming up. They're coming up. Things that you previously thought about yourself, that you may have thought about others, that you may have thought about your life or your life direction. Something very deep is being revealed to you, and probably has been for a little while. And as it's coming up, my darling Scorpios, and revealing itself to you, it is also granting you an amazing opportunity to release these things that are not part of the new you, the new phase of your life in which you find yourself. Okay, my darling Scorpios, beautiful, beautiful message, deep. The next card that you got, my darling Scorpios, is Abundance is Your Right. Abundance is your right. So there could be something or a blockage in which, you're feeling as if though maybe it is financial to some extent. It could be a relationship that's creating some stress around finances, is what I get. But my darling, Spirit is reminding you, your loved ones in the spirit world are reminding you, your angels and guides are reminding you that abundance is your birthright. And certain phases in our life have to occur, have to transpire for us to really realize who we are and what our worth is. And I believe that is what you may be going through right now, my darling Scorpios, regardless of what phase of your life you're finding yourself in. Whether you are in retirement and realizing, oh my goodness, now I'm capped on what I'm getting, or you could be switching professions or a life path altogether and realizing, hey, none of this really defines me. This is a phase of life that I'm going through. However, abundance is your birthright, and it is coming to you as you embrace this magnificent reality that is being brought to you. Certain things could feel very hard to swallow, to accept for you, my darling Scorpios. But at the end of it, every ending is bringing in a new beginning, a new way of looking at things in your life. Illusions are being revealed to you, previous thoughts that really aren't serving you. You are able to release them and realize, hey, the world is my oyster. Abundance is indeed my birthright. It will come to me and is coming to me in so many forms around me, whether this is financially, whether this is in richness of family, loved ones, friends, things around you, the beauty around you. My darling Scorpios, abundance is your birthright, and Spirit is saying that this is now being revealed to you as your new truth. So embrace this truth, move forward with confidence, with enthusiasm, that some amazing, amazing changes and even reroutes, redirections, I hear Spirit saying, are coming into your life. Okay, my darling Scorpios. The next card that we pulled, and this is from the messages from the universe, my darling Scorpios. When you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release, my darling Scorpios, any old hurts or worries or even regrets. Commit to being in the here and the now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace, my darling Scorpio, so let it go. Wow, 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 wow. Phases and cycles. With every ending comes a new beginning. Illusions are being revealed and released. Abundance in every form is your birthright. When you hold on to the past, I'm reading this one more time because it's so deep. When you hold on to the past, my darling Scorpios, it stops you from living in the present. Release any of your old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself, and I also hear Spirit saying, and others, for where you think you may have gone wrong or where you think they may have gone wrong. It's time to let it go because, my darling Scorpios, you deserve inner peace. Let it go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talk about major changes in your life on a deep soul level. This is your message, my darling Scorpios, for the week of November 24th to 30th. Now, the very last deck that I picked is the Animal Spirit Oracle. And the Animal Spirit, my darling Scorpios, that comes to you for this week is the Pig Spirit. The Pig Spirit. And the Pig Spirit, my darling Scorpios, asks you to use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. Very, very important message that comes from the Pig Spirit. Now, let me read to you a little bit about what this messenger spirit animal is bringing for you this week. The Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognize the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When the Pig Spirit, my darling Scorpios, appears in your life, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered, even when they do not fit with what you already know. Wow, deep. The Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow the Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others and what we have come to understand. whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent, my darling Scorpios, and capable of clear minded thinking shaped by wisdom. You have accumulated the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision making powers are reliable. For you, my darling Scorpios, are in alignment with pig spirit. It's keen intelligence. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So this spirit animal comes through to really encourage you this week to use all of your faculties, in all ways, your intuition, your logical sense, what you know to be true, and also that which you don't know to be true, to see all perspectives in various situations, and to use your mind wisely, my darling Scorpios, in making any decisions for yourself this week. Wow, darling Scorpios, I'm vibrating. That is a very, very deep message for you for the week of November 24th to 30th. Thank you so very much for joining me each week, for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube channel and to my website, www.salmakasam.ca. It's a wonderful exchange of energy. Wishing you a most amazing week ahead, my sexy Scorpios. All my love. Namaste.